Okay, welcome to the Rhode Island Department of State's Sunshine Week webinar series. I'm Jess Signa, and I'm the Rhode Island Department of State's Director of Data Analysis, and I'll be emceeing and presenting these webinars throughout the week. The mission of the Rhode Island Department of State under Secretary of State Greg M. Amori is to serve Rhode Islanders by promoting transparent government, supporting businesses, and strengthening our democracy through our commitment to civic engagement, secure elections, and empowering voters. We have so many tools here at the Rhode Island Department of State to accomplish this mission and make government more accessible to Rhode Islanders. We're really excited to share them with you throughout this Sunshine Week. Before we begin, just a few housekeeping items. This session is being recorded and we'll send it to everyone who have registered for this session today. We'll also be making it available on our YouTube video in the upcoming weeks. If you'd like to use closed captioning, you can click CC on either the bottom or the top of your screen and customize those features for yourself. And if you have any questions for me or our speaker today, you can enter those in the chat. We'll either live answer them right there in the chat, or we might ask Stacy to answer that question for us, but either way, we'll make sure you get a response. So today's session is really in the spirit of Sunshine Week. Today, we'll be talking with Rhode Island Department of State's open government resources, including the open meeting portal, the lobby tracker tool, and some contact information about government officials. Stacy DeCola here is our Director of Public Information, will be your presenter, and I'm going to turn it over to her. Thanks, Stacy.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming. I'm sharing my screen now. Today, we are going to start with our open meetings website. And this website allows the public to view all posted notices and minutes from every public body within the state. It's quite simple to use. There's a lot of information on this page. So when you come in here and you are searching, you're going to start here with public bodies, and you can refine your search here. However, starting at the top here, you can get a list of all of the meetings that are taking place today by scrolling down, and you have your upcoming meetings. And then, so as you can see right now, there's 405 public bodies that have filed, and then it will go out to however far out the next meeting is. Also on the screen, you can see here, we have this calendar, and it gives you a sense of when the meetings are taking place. So if you know that your meeting is on the 26th, let's say, of March, you can select the 26th, and it is then going to refresh, and it will give you all of the meetings that are specifically happening on the 26th. Okay. So from there, going down, actually, and I'm going to go back one page. So your upcoming meetings are here. In order to view one of the upcoming meetings, you can either select the name of the entity or the date. By selecting the date, a screen is going to pop up, and within this screen, it's going to tell you everything you need to know about this meeting. The location, is it an emergency meeting? Is it an annual calendar posting, or is it a public announcement? An emergency meeting is obviously that. It's a meeting that needs to take place inside the 48-hour limits that the open meetings law gives. The annual calendar is a list of all of the meetings that that public body may or may not have in a given year. If this is selected yes, then when you open up the PDF here, it should just be a list of all of the meetings that that public body may have. Public announcement is reserved for events or meetings that are taking place that are not a whole public body. It is under a majority of the public body, or it's an announcement that the public body wants you to know, but it is not a meeting time. So coming down here, you can see the agenda is updated, is listed here. Anytime that there is an amendment to the agenda, you will see multiple listings of the agenda. when the agenda that's listed at the top is the newest one filed. So that would be the most accurate posting of the agenda. However, because everything that's posted to this website is considered permanent, we will have all of the versions listed below it with these blue links where you'd be able to open it. When you click on the link, it is going to open up the actual agenda for you to see what's happening, including all of the information required per the open meetings law. When you do that, you can download it, print it, whatever you'd like. Okay. Going back here, if this meeting had already taken place, the meeting minutes will be listed here in the same manner as the agenda. All the way at the bottom of the screen, you have the contact information for this particular public body. Okay. And you can see here that Diane Williamson is the contact person. And here, this tells you who actually filed the notice within the public body. And that goes for notices or minutes. Going back to the home screen, now every single one of the pages work exactly the same. So if you want to see specific information about a public body, more in-depth information, instead of clicking on the meeting date, you're going to select the name instead. So now everything we see here has to do with the Bristol Housing Authority. You have the contact information here. You have their open meetings. It's telling you that this is their open meetings information. Here, subcommittees, and it says no subcommittees found. Public bodies that have multiple subcommittees, we list the subcommittees as well and all of their meetings. And I'm going to do a search in a couple minutes that'll give you a better idea of what this page looks like. Today's meetings, upcoming meetings, which would be meetings in the future that are coming up soon, and then all your past meetings. This here will bring you, both of these links will bring up that page of meeting information. And then we also list any canceled meetings that they may have had. And then all of their meeting minutes that are posted are at the bottom. Please note that municipal public bodies, so city and town public bodies, their meeting minutes only start as of January 1, 2018. Prior to that, and municipal entities did not need to file their meeting minutes with us, only their meeting notices. So if you go back all the way to the beginning of their entries, you will notice that there are more notices posted than there are minutes, and the notices go back much further. I believe they go back to 2006. But municipalities only had to start filing their meeting minutes with us in 2018. Okay. If the public body had subcommittees, it will also list the meetings for their subcommittees here. Each one of these pages is to be holistic, so you can go to one public body and find everything you need. And we are going to go back a page here. And I am going to, in this page actually, so it has all your upcoming meetings. Now, when you want to search, the most important thing about our website is you are going to search and stop typing. Allow the website to sift for you. By doing that, you will be able to see a list of everything that has those characters in it. You must select the public body from the list instead of typing the entire thing out. So Narragansett Bay Commission, we are going to pick on them. You're going to click search. It does take a moment to load. Now you come down and you can see everything to do with Narragansett Bay Commission. Their upcoming meetings, they happen to not have any right now. All of their subcommittees, these are all clickable links. So when you click on the link, it will bring you to the subcommittee that you just clicked on. Okay, So again, you have your upcoming meetings for the subcommittees. So if any of these listed subcommittees had a meeting coming up, it would be listed here. The past meetings for Narragansett Bay Commission here, canceled. Then we have the recently filed meeting minutes for Narragansett Bay Commission. And it will go all the way back by clicking this to 2006. Okay. So now we're going to go up here, back up to the top. Meeting minutes must be filed within 35 days of the meeting. So we have that. Are there any questions on the open meetings website? Okay. So we are going to move over to our lobbying website. This website, the data in this page goes back to, I believe, 2017, and then anything prior to that, we do have a secondary website when we had, it's an older website. So on this page, you can select your year, your report year, and you just select, it goes down to 17. And as you select the year, it's going to change the data on the screen. Okay, all of this top data here. When you're looking at this, all of this data is updated at night. So it's not, this data here is, none of this data is, it's real time, but it is delayed, or it is updated overnight. So here you can see that the last report period that we accepted was the January report. There were a total of 899 reports filed with a 97.11% on-time filing. Here are the numbers for how many lobbyists are registered, firms, and public and entities, lobbying entities. Okay, coming down here, actually we're going to go up to the side here. You can search your entities. It defaults to entities. So when you get onto the page, that's the first thing you're going to see. However, if there is a particular entity that you want to look up, again, everything is type and sift. Let's see. So we're going to pick on we're going to take Department of State. When you click on the Department of State, it's going to reload the page. And you can see here at the top, we have 6 registered lobbyists. The department has 0 firms, and there's only 1 entity, obviously. So now you scroll down here, you'll click this plus button, and it will list all of the lobbyists who are lobbying for the department. You click the next plus button, it tells you all of the subjects in which that particular person is lobbying on. Okay, now over to this side, if you click here, you'll see where it says click to see relationships and click to see profile details. So starting up at the top, click the profile details. If we wanted more information on the Department of State, we would click on that. It is reloading. So you can see here the contact information, who the principal contact is, and any submitted reports. And I will go and I will get you an entity that has reports here. And then you can see each one of the lobbyists who are assigned, who have been registered for the department. And every bit of this is linked. So you can then click on a specific lobbyist, and it will bring you to that lobbyist profile. And you can see all of their particular information. And if you wanted to go back to the department to pick someone else, you would click on this Department of State again, and it brings you right back. Okay, and the entire website works the same way across the board. So now we are going to go back to the search page by clicking the, no, there it is. Okay, so we have our session, our entities. Now, if you're looking for a specific firm and you know the firm name, we're going to just select the top one right here. And you can see here there are 2 registered lobbyists under this firm. It's one firm, and then of that is 5 registered entities. So when you come here, it does look a little bit different because there is a firm, and it's all through the clicking. You can see who each of the lobbyists are, and then within that, you can see which entities they are working on behalf of. And the same for Stephen. Now, to show you reports, you want to click for profile details. And you can see here, the only differences in this one is you can see that they have filed reports. It additionally will give you here the entity, the lobbyist, their dates that they're lobbying for, that they were signed up for, and how much they are receiving in annually in this particular case. To view a report, you're going to just click on the blue button, and at this point, it opens up a PDF, and then you can either download or print it at will. Okay. Are there any questions regarding Lobby Tracker? Okay, so we are going to move on. So now in government, we've done our open meetings and we have gone over how to find those. And then we've just done lobbyists. And the lobbyists are here to try to change law, policy, or try to change a decision. And then, so you say, who are the decision makers? Well, with that, you can use our directory of government officials. This gets updated. There's a major update every 2 years with each election. And then after that, as we become aware of changes from the municipalities or from one of these entities, it will get updated as the information changes. So here, we give you each one of these links. So up here we have your congressional delegation, your general offices, general assembly, and then find your officials. So when you click on this, the congressional district delegation, you then have your 4 delegates, and you can select any one of them, whichever one you want, and it will bring up additional information. So now this is all the information we've received on Senator Reed, his date of birth, his spouse, each one of his offices, and the telephone numbers and email addresses for all of them. It gives you some further background information, public service information, and then at the bottom of the screen, it gives you their key staff with phone numbers to those staff members. Okay, let's go back a page. We're going to go back 2 pages. Now our general officers. So you can see our 5 general officers here, and you can again select all of our pages, work exactly the same. So then here it'll be the same information, your biographical, your contact, general background. Here we have on this page, we have the major responsibilities of this office, as well as then the Secretary's public service, description of what the agency does, and again, all of our key staff. For the General Assembly, it is slightly different. And on this one, you have the leadership of both the House and the Senate. So you have the president and the majority and minority leader, the speaker and the majority and minority leader. If you select on any of those, it's going to open up, again, exactly the same. The only difference here is when you are looking for your legislator, you need to go by last name. So if you click on the M, it's going to give you every legislator with the last name beginning in M and their district numbers. Okay, so if you select on district, it's going to bring up a picture of them and all of their information that they've provided to us. Okay, and especially what is important is their committee information. So this tells you which committees they serve on and if they hold any role other than a member in that committee. So this is particularly helpful if you are trying to figure out how to contact your legislator, or if you know that a particular piece of legislation is being heard by the Senate Commission Committee on Education. Well, we have that listed here for you, who is in each one of the committees. Going back a page, and we have the district numbers. So we are going to go back again to the beginning here, and then find your officials. This is going to link you out to our voter information center, where you can specifically find each one of your legislators via our voting website. Okay, going back, we have each one of the courts, the seven courts. We'll go to the Supreme Court. This information, because there's only so many judges, it's same thing. You click on the title and it's going to give you the information for that particular judge. For each of the chiefs, we do give you the description of what that particular court does. If you're interested in when they were appointed or who appointed them, we do have that information included as well. Okay, going back, departments, agencies, boards, and commissions. So this again is a search field. One of the great things about this website is that you can search either by the public name, the public body name, or by the people in positions. So if you have someone's last name, you can certainly look up by last name versus the name of the entity if you're not sure. Let's see, hold on. Oh, hang on, I apologize. People and positions, I'm going to show you that one first. So we have Allison here. So if you click on Allison and then select search, it is going to tell you that she sits as the town engineer in the town of North Kingstown. Okay. If you are looking for other members, it'll change and give you the information as you select the names. Okay. Public body name. If you know the name of your public body, you can search it here. You can see that. Or if you're not sure, you can absolutely select the letter, and then it's going to give you a list of all of the public bodies that start with that particular letter. And you can see here, we have the municipalities, we have public bodies here, subcommittees, and it's every public body that is listed for in open meetings or within our boards and commissions website, you can find here. Okay. And then the last place we're going to is our cities and towns. The cities and towns are exactly that. It's a listing of every single city or town. If you wanted to move quickly, you could use the alphabet up here, or you can certainly use the click on the link down here. Here we'll give you all of the information about that city or town, who is in charge of or leads the city or town. In this case, it's a town administrator, with all of the contact information. And then we do list out all of the key staff members. that they wanted included. After that, we have the council and then the school committees. Also, we have listed here the annual meetings that are filed with us. So this brings in any of those annual calendars that were filed with our website, within the website, including upcoming meetings filed with the office, any recently submitted meeting minutes. And that would be it. All right. Okay, so we have searched all of that. And the last place we are going to stop at is our boards and commissions website. The boards and commissions website is where you can search everyone at the state level, the membership of a particular board or commission. And I am going to continue to use Narragansett. So you sift and type again. You select the commission, search. We give you some, here we have some FAQs, glossary terms, and some information regarding the information we receive. And if you were interested in serving on a board that is appointed by the governor, we do have the required questionnaire here on our website. Okay, scrolling down, we're going to give you the name of the public body, the maximum members, and the authority, the statute that created or gives authorization for this public body. Here we have each of the members who were appointed. Position would be if there's a specific position that or requirement that that person needs to fill, that would be listed there. Their engagement date, and then their term of expiration, and I'll tell you who appointed by. Now, this is a highlighted link, and that will then give you every appointment that was made by the governor with the advice and consent of the Senate. Here, again, this is also linkable, and you would be able to click this, and I'm going to click that now for you, and then it's going to bring up every public body that Mr. Almonte sits on. So he serves right now on these 4 commissions, and you would be able to open up any one of these right from the link. So everything is linked back and forth between each piece. Okay, that is all I have for you today as far as our websites. Do you have any questions? Okay.
That wraps up your presentation, Stacy.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
I'd love you to tell us a little bit about why this is so important for Sunshine Week and sort of what it means for your work and the office's work.
Absolutely. So this is the reason these websites are so important is it allows the members of the public to become more involved. They can see the activities that are happening in their local cities and towns, even at the state level through the open meetings. And the thing that's important about open meetings is it allows members of the public to go and participate in these meetings. The more you participate, the more voice you have, and it allows you to be aware of what's happening at your local level or even at the state level in one of the public bodies. Most public bodies have a public comment period, so you would be able to go and participate in those meetings. Secondly, we have our lobbyists. Lobbyists are here and they are absolutely trying, they're here for a purpose to either get something changed, not changed, or even amended. They the important part about that is they're talking to your legislators, and you may have an opinion on something that's happening in the General Assembly, and being able to see who else is talking to them about that particular subject or a particular piece of legislation is very important. You can then go and chat with your legislator and try to, give your opinion. Um, so that brings us to the Gov directory page. And that is so important is because it gives you all of the contact information you need so you can be um, involved and you can make yourself aware of what's happening and contact your legislators and let them know how you feel. So the whole thing actually, the three websites actually work together in order to empower you to be more involved in your government and who you need to talk to and how you get to talk to them.
Great. Thanks so much for sharing all that. It's really important, and I really appreciate you putting it together also simply like that. You're right. It's all three working together, and the information seems disparate, but it's all really important to put those pieces together. So, do we have any other questions from our audience? I don't think so. So again, Stacey, thank you so much
You're very
for
welcome.
all of the work that you do for the office to pull all this information together. It's a monumental task to have all of this live and updated. So I know that you and your very small but mighty team do a lot of hard work for Sunshine Week, not just Sunshine Week, but throughout the whole year. So thank you very much for that.
Thank
Um,
you.
and and thank you all for participating today and joining us. Tomorrow is our final webinar when Christian Cordero from Business Services will be demonstrating about our Business Data Hub. So we hope you come back and join us, and please spread the word. Thanks so much, everyone. Goodbye.